Hey guys, welcome to the video. So I just wanted to update you on the moves that I made this morning and all the profits that I've been taking. Yesterday I released my video on the top 10 penny stocks. I bought into a bunch of those and I took profits on a lot of those as well. And I also released my plays for the week last night. I made a bunch of those plays. I just want to let you guys know and update you of the exact plays that I made and my option call strike prices, my option call expiring dates, and everything like that. I also wanted to update you my thoughts on the GAN drop and on the Peloton huge gains and what I did with my Peloton calls. Alright, let's get into the video. So the first stock that I talked about yesterday in my plays for tomorrow is Sintx Technologies, ticker symbol SINT. This opened up above 200% and it got up to 298%. Now personally, I missed out, but I had a client buy in and I got him to sell right at the peak. So he went from 200% up to 298% up, which is very solid gains. And some people in the stock group got in and rode the wave up and sold at the peak. So congrats to anybody in Sintx Technologies on the huge gains today. Next up, we got IDEX, Ideanomics. Now this is my best penny stock to buy. This is my top buy for today. I bought in at open when it was up 20%. I get out a huge position. I rode the wave up and I actually just sold off a good amount of position when it was up 77% of the day. So I took gains. I bought in when it was 20% up, sold out at 77% up. That equals 57% gain on a day trade easily, and I am holding the rest longer term. Now taking a look at my long-term portfolio, I'll put up on the screen for you guys. I'm having some crazy gains in this portfolio, especially with Peloton. So I have a huge position in Peloton, as you see on the screen. And with Peloton up over 8% today, these gains are insane. Up way over $400 just for today, and I'm holding this one long term. I do expect to double my huge position in this stock. So with GAN, I'm not worried. I actually added some when it was down 11%. This morning, there was a big drop. I'm guessing that an institution sold their profits. So I am still buying more GAN, and I am holding long term. This is my number one favorite stock still at the moment, and we had such a crazy week last week. The drop today is just people taking profits. There's no bad news coming out of this stock. So yes, it's a buy long term in my opinion. Roku is looking very solid for me as well. I'm up 25% on my full position, and I am adding and holding my ship stock. Next up, looking at the Robinhood portfolio. So on one of my Robinhood portfolios, I took profits on everything this morning, which included 5 Peloton calls and 2 Canopy Growth Corporation calls. So I'm up over $300 in that, and I do plan to transfer that over to Webull, because Webull does have more beneficial before hours trading. You can trade 4.5 hours before the market opens, and that's what I like to do with these day trades. So I am transferring a lot more money into the Webull account. If you're interested in joining a Webull account as well, there's a link in the description to get your 2 free stocks. One is valued from $14 to $1,400, so that's crazy. And using that link below, it does benefit me as well. I do get a free stock for that. And I just love Webull, the pre-market trading and the after-hours trading. It's amazing. So looking at my other Robinhood account, I'm holding my GAN position. I purchased some KPTI Therapeutics company, and at one point I was up over 8%, but now I'm only up 2.5% on this position. I do plan on holding this up until the FDA approval, which is tomorrow. And I'm trying to ride that wave up until the FDA approval and sell it before the approval. So I purchased a good amount of DFFN shares, and I'm holding that until the end of the month because they are coming out news with their virus progress, and I do believe people will be very excited, and this one could have a 100% pop at some point. Very exciting. It is a risky one, but I do believe that the risk-reward ratio is amazing for this stock, and it is a buy in my opinion. So I also bought into Jumia Technologies, ticker symbol JMIA, as a long-term position. I don't know what the stock will do short-term, but I'm slowly trying to build out a huge long-term position. So I bought into 25 shares and 1 call option. So my option is a $6 strike price, expiring November 20th. This is just a long-term option. It's letting me control 100 shares, and I purchased this option for $160. So essentially, instead of paying $600 to control these 100 shares, I'm paying only $160 to control these 600 shares, maximizing my upside and lowering my downside. So looking at my Webull account, I had a huge position pre-market in IDEX that I just took profits on in this account. Quick plug, link is down below, to get your 2 free stocks. And also bought about 300 shares of DFFN, increasing my full position in that stock. And once again, it is a couple week hold, and I do expect a huge pop at some point when this news releases. So I took profits on all 6 of my Peloton call options this morning. The options were up over 40%, and the reason that I took profits is this was more of a short-term trade for me. I knew that the risk-reward ratio was immense. There was essentially no risk and pretty good reward potential, and my expiry date was on July 2nd, so I took profits now just to protect myself, and I do prefer shares in Peloton to hold long-term. I don't like holding call options long-term unless I love the company long-term, so I will be okay with holding calls for Peloton long-term. But the reason that I sold is my expiry date is so soon there could be a pullback because of the 8% gain today in Peloton. So I took profits now. I'll probably buy another option as soon as we see a drop. And especially going to earnings, I would like to get a bunch of call options expiring right after earnings, which is in the beginning of August. Some other awesome gains that we saw this morning is Iteris, ticker symbol ITI, with over 10% gain. This was one in my top penny stocks video. DriveTrack, ticker symbol DS, over 9% gain this morning, which is also my top penny stocks video. And yeah, I just wanted to give you guys some updates of what I'm doing this morning and my plays that I just made. Congrats if you made some big gains on IDEX and SINT. And I already know that the stock group made some crazy profits. Our profit screenshot channel is filling up once again this morning. So congrats to y'all. If you are looking to join the private stock group, the price is $4.99 a month. You get so much more value than what you pay for. You get my portfolio every single day, and you get every buy and sell before I purchase or before I sell. And I do walk you through every investment decision that you have. If you have a question for me, although I will not tell you directly to buy or sell a stock, I'm not a financial advisor. The point of the group is to share my knowledge and help you become a more self-sufficient investor. So if you're interested, the link is down below. Please check it out if you're interested. We're growing over 400 members right now. Everybody's doing their research. We're all working together. And I attribute a lot of my stock picks to them because they find the stuff for me to look into and then let you guys know. So they're doing awesome. A ton of research is being done. So yeah, awesome gains today, guys. So I wanted to update you guys about some Google Trends research that I've been doing about this Rona situation. And look at this chart. This is insane. So Florida, the past 7 days, we see a spike almost every morning. And look at the spike today. June 21st at 7 a.m. We see the spike, over 100 people interested in this. So this is very scary. Could we see a potential upcoming crash? Now, I'm not for sure, but the fact that people are looking up testing, this probably means that they're trying to find testing. This probably means they're like, oh, where can I go get testing? Because I feel like I possibly have the Rona, which is super scary for us investors. So in my opinion, is a crash coming up? Because in other states, there is a lot of this too. Like look at Texas. I pulled that one up. So looking at Texas the past 7 days as well, we see another spike. So this is just like Florida. So why is this happening? This is probably happening because people think that they have this Rona. This situation is starting to get out of hand. Everybody doesn't care about going out anymore. Everybody's just doing what they want to do. And this is a mistake. I doubt that we get a vaccine anytime super soon. We may get a vaccine within the next couple of months, but within the next couple of weeks is just very, very unreasonable. So I was just reading this article, and the WHO, the World Health Organization, they just said that we saw the largest increase per day this past weekend. So that is insane. What is happening with our environment? Who knows? So should we be buying into this crash? Should we be playing a crash right now? So my opinion is this. As a social research investor, I look for fear every single day. I look at the trend of the market. Today, I knew that going into today, there's not a lot of fear. Today's not going to be a super red day because there's not a lot of fear. Just looking at the social media sites, being a social research investor myself, I can pretty much tell what the vibe is in the market before everything happens. So once I feel this vibe going downhill, that is when I will buy in heavy, betting on the market going down. For now, it's okay to hedge your portfolio if you're expecting a big drop anytime soon. In my opinion, I am not expecting a drop until I feel the social aspect of the drop will come soon. So to find out this, I just highly, highly recommend that you yourself do social research, talk to your friends, talk to your family, and ask them if they're starting to get scared. This is something you can do. You don't have to look at the social media sites. You can just use real life. Just feel the vibe in the market. Go to your local mall, go to your local restaurant, see how it is. You don't have to go inside, just look from the outside, park outside, see if people are going in these stores. This is how you become a social research investor. And when I was looking at these Google Trends charts, this is actually super, super scary because we are in the Rona situation right now, and we need to be aware that this could happen anytime soon. If Trump goes out, gives a speech, and finally he shows some sign of fear, if Jay Powell comes out, gives a speech, and he's like, I don't know if we can recover from this, any of this can be a catalyst leading into a market crash. So please be aware. This is a big situation we need to be ready for. And right now, I'm not betting on the market going down because I'm just riding the wave. It's very, very easy gains right now. But once we see that the market could crash, this is when we need to start preparing ourselves. Prepare yourself for what you're going to buy. And just as a social investor, we need to get ready and be prepared for any type of crash coming soon. So this is what I'm doing. I'm not betting as of right now, but I plan to get in right when the beginning of the crash starts, if there is a potential second wave or crash coming soon. I hope you enjoyed the video, and let's keep getting rich, baby.